Hello students, today we will start the new chapter that is of standard 10, chapter number 6, triangles. Okay, so in standard 9 we have studied about the congruence of the two triangles, right? In standard 9 we have studied about the congruence of the triangles. And now what do you mean? What can you understand by the congruence of the two triangles? That is when if we have the two triangles and if all the corresponding angles, all the three angles are equal and all the sides are equal, then we can say that the two triangles are the congruent triangles. That we know very well, that we have studied about the congruence of the triangles. Okay, so now we have to study about the similar figures, right? Similar figure means what? Similar figure means it is not necessary that the two figures that we are considering have all the its properties must be equal, right? Like in congruence, all the angles must be equal and all the sides are also must be equal. But in the similarity, that we have to study that all the angles must be equal and all the sides are in the proportion, are in the ratio, right? Okay, first of all, why we need to study about the similarity of the figures or the similar figures? That when we have to calculate, we have to find the height of any mountain, that it is not easy to measure it with the measure tape, or whenever you want to find out the distance of the moon, it is not, we cannot find out the distance of the moon using any scale or any kind of measuring tape. So how it is possible to measure the distance of the mountains or the distance from earth to moon? It is only possible with the concept of the similar figures, right? See, if we want to measure the height of the mountain, we can make the triangle with the height, with the base, and from your eyesight to the top of the mountain. So in this way there must be a rectangle, a triangle can be, we can make a triangle. But this is the distance not can be measured, but the same figure we can draw in the two dimension plane. But we must have to keep in mind that the angles, all the three angles, we have to take the similar. By this concept, we can measure the height of the mountain or the distance between the moon and the earth. So this kind of practical examples you will study in chapter number 8 and chapter number 9, right? And that chapter you will study how we can find the height of the tree, how we can find the height of the mountain, how we can find the height of any tower, right? So currently you have to understand this thing, that the similar figures is very important concept, right? Okay, so let us understand this concept by taking some of the figures. See, this is the triangle, this is another triangle. You can see that here both the triangles are not of the equal size, but we can see that this triangle is a equilateral triangle. In the same way, this triangle is also an equilateral triangle. So both these triangles we can say are the similar figures. In the same way, here you can see that this is a rectangle, this is a square, this is another square. The size of this is greater and the size of this square is less from this, right? So but we can say that both these squares are similar. In the same way, here you can also see that the two circles are there. Both the circles have the different radius because this is smaller, this is greater. But as they are the circles, their shapes are equal. Their shapes are similar. In all the three cases, the shapes of both these figures are what? Similar. So here let us take two more examples of the similarity that we are using in day-to-day life. That one is the photo frame. Photo frame. When you have noticed that you have a photo of this type or passport size photo. Both the photos you must have. right? In any times you have the two photos, which one is of the photo is of passport size, and one is the size bigger than the passport size photo. Both the photos are equal. In both the photographs you are looking the same, you are not looking the different. So both these photos are called the similar photos. In the same way, map. You are using the Google map many times, right? You have used the Google map many times. And what was that? That is, we cannot actually draw the map of the whole world in a page, right? So what was that? The map was a diagram which is similar to the map of the world, actual world map. It is the similar figure. It is not the actual figure. We are using that the scale, right? We are using the scale. So that is why these two examples are also the examples of the similar figures that we are using in day-to-day life. Okay, so what will be the condition of the similarity? So let us understand. Still now we have studied that what kind of figures are called the similar figures, where we have to use it, what is the importance of the similar figures. Now let us study what will be the condition to have the similarity of two polygons or two shapes, right? So the two condition is, first one is the corresponding angles must be equal. Whatever the shape we have, how many angles are there, that doesn't matter, but all the corresponding angles must be equal. Second condition is corresponding sides must be in the same ratio. Whatever the figure we have, their sides must be in the ratio, right? Corresponding side must be in the ratio. If these two conditions satisfied, then we can say that the two figures are similar figures. Let us understand it by taking the two triangles. Here we are taking the example of the triangles because in this chapter triangles we have to study about the similarity of the two triangles only, right? But this concept, these two conditions is applicable to every polygon, right? Keep in mind. Okay, so now these two triangles, you can see that this is a right angle triangle ABC and its sides are AB is 3, BC is 4 and AC is 5. In the same way, PQR is also a right angle triangle. PQ is 6, QR is 8 and PR is 10. Now you can see that according to the first condition, all the corresponding angle must be equal. So here we have taken that angle A is equals to 40. Here also angle P is 40. So both these angles are equal. In the same way, angle B, which is the right angle, here also angle Q is the right angle. So both the values are of 90 degree. In the same way, angle C in this diagram, in this triangle is 50 degree. And in this triangle also it is angle R, which has the value 50 degree. So see, all the corresponding angles are equal. Now the second condition is corresponding sides must be in the same ratio. So AB side, if we consider of this triangle, we have to consider PQ side. So AB upon PQ will be the ratio of the first side corresponding sides, AB upon PQ. And you can see that AB is 3, PQ is 6. 3 upon 6 is what? 1 upon 2. Now think, the corresponding side of BC is QR. BC is 4, QR is 8. 4 upon 8, again 1 upon 2. So this ratio AB upon PQ and second ratio BC upon QR are equal. In the same way, now you can think about the third side, that is AC upon PR. What is AC? AC is 5. What is PR? Is 10. 5 upon 10 is again 1 upon 2. So all these three ratios are equal. So see, both these conditions, corresponding angles and corresponding sides must be in the same ratio, is satisfying here. So we can say that both this triangle ABC and PQR are similar. And the symbol of the similarity is this. We can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Right? Okay. So now you have all this concept of the similarity is clear in your mind. You now know that what is the congruent of the triangle, and you know now that what is the similarity of the two triangles. So now based on the concept of the congruent and similarity, we can say one thing here is that all the congruent figures are similar. All the congruent figures are similar, but the similar figures need not to be the congruent, because see, these two triangles are similar, right? But they are not the congruent, because to have the congruent, all the sides are also must be equal. But if the two triangles are congruent, that means all the angles are equal and all the sides are equal, and it must be the similar also. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.